I wanted to share another excerpt from my favorite book, Women Who Run with the Wolves by Clarissa Pinkola Estés. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's the myths and stories of the wild woman archetype. So I did complete this book. It is amazing, and I will continue to reread it until my very last day. I feel like it is almost like a Bible of sorts. And I think each time you reread it at different seasons, periods of your life, you really take something different away from it, another perspective, and a new perspective is always so valuable. So I'm going to be reading from page 58, and this is after a section where the story and archetype of Bluebeard's tale is told. One of the least discussed issues of individuation is that as one shines light into the dark of the psyche as strongly as one can, the shadows, where the light is not, grows even darker. So when we illuminate some part of the psyche, there is a resultant deeper dark to contend with. This dark cannot be let alone. The key, the questions, cannot be hidden or forgotten. They must be asked. They must be answered. The deepest work is usually the darkest. A brave woman, a wisening woman, will develop the poorest psychic land, for if she builds only on the best land of her psyche, she will have for a view the least of what she is. So do not be afraid to investigate the worst. It only guarantees increase of soul power through fresh insights and opportunities for re-envisioning one's life and self anew. It is in this psychic kind of land development that wild woman shines. She is not afraid of the darkest dark. In fact, she can see in the dark. She is not afraid of offal, refuse, decay, stink, blood, cold, bones, dying, or murderous husbands. She can see it, she can take it, she can help. And this is what the youngest sister of the Bluebeard tale is learning. The skeletons in the chamber represent in the most positive light the indestructible force of the feminine. Archetypally, bones represent that which can never be destroyed. Stories of bones are essentially about something in the psyche that is difficult to destroy. The only thing that we possess that is difficult to destroy is our soul. When we talk about the feminine essence, we're really talking about the feminine soul. When we talk about the bodies scattered in the cellar, we're saying something has happened to the soul force. And yet, even though its outer vitality has been taken away, even though life has essentially been wrung out of it, it has not been destroyed utterly. It can come back to life. It comes back to life through the young woman and her sisters, who ultimately are able to break the old patterns of ignorance by being able to behold a horror and not look away. They are able to see and stand by what they see. Here we are again at La Loba's place, at the archetypal bone woman's cave. Here we have the remnants of what once was the full woman. However, unlike the cyclical life and death aspects of the wild woman archetype, who takes the life that is ready to die, incubates it, and hurls it back into the world again, Bluebeard only kills and dismantles a woman until she is nothing but bones. He leaves her no beauty, no love, no self, and therefore no ability to act in her own behalf. To remedy this, we as women must look to the killing thing that has gained hold of us, see the result of its grisly work, register it all consciously, and retain it consciousness, and then act in our, not its behalf. The cellar, dungeon, and cave symbols are all related to one another. They are ancient initiatory environs, places to or through which a woman descends to the murdered ones, breaks taboos to find the truth, and through wit and or travail, triumphs by banishing, transforming, or exterminating the assassin of the psyche. The Bluebeard tale lays out the work for us with clear instructions. Track the bodies, follow instincts, see what you see, call up psychic muscle, dismantle the destructive energy. If a woman does not look into these issues of her own deadness and murder, she remains obedient to the dictates of the predator. Once she opens the room in the psyche that shows how dead, how slaughtered she is, she sees how various parts of her feminine nature and her instinctual psyche have been killed off and died a lowly death behind a facade of wealth. Now that she sees this, now that she registered how captured she is and how much psychic life is at stake, now she can assert herself in an even more powerful manner.